Arsenal 5, Leeds United nil. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised at the result. Look, Leeds, I saw them play last week against Everton, and they were attacking. They were very into the game, taking it to Everton. And then they got a penalty in like the last, almost like the 87th minute, and scored and ended up winning the game 1-0. This was a completely different animal for Leeds. Okay. Arsenal is a different animal. That is completely. I mean, look, against Manchester United last week. I mean, here's what I think about that. I did my opinion of Manchester United versus Arsenal last week. Manchester United outplayed Arsenal. Really did. They were the better team. You listen to the Manchester United fans, on YouTube, and they're, we were dominant. We controlled the ball. We did everything right. Arsenal played poorly, yet still beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. And this was again. Now, it took a while before Arsenal got into gear. Really, I mean, they controlled the ball for the most part. I believe it was Struck who, on a corner kick by Leeds in the 20th minute, made David Raya make the only save that he had to make in the game. And even if he had scored that, I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game. But Arsenal really controlled the game in the first half, and the only thing that you could look at as two bad things that happened is in the first half and the second half. Odegaard went out injured and was replaced by Nwaneri, and Saka went injured as well, and he was replaced by Trossard. Now, the only thing that really surprised me is in this game is that Madueke started in place of Martinelli, who didn't even get into the pitch, who didn't even make it to the game. I mean, he was on the bench, but he didn't make it onto the pitch for this game. But nevertheless, those were the two negative things for Arsenal. Now, Arsenal's been called set piece FC. And to me, I wear that as a badge of honor. Because if you are going to be, set pieces are part of the game. Set pieces are there, for you to take advantage of in the game of football. It is for you to take advantage of, and if you can take advantage of set pieces and get free goals that way, and that's how Jurgen Timber got his 2 goals. I mean, the first goal he got, Declan Rice put the ball right on his head. He headed the ball into the right-hand corner of the goal, left if you're looking the other way. Great goal, 1-0. And then just before the halftime, Saka scored, made it 2-0. That really ended this game as a contest, to be fair. Leeds, like I said, we're pretty decent in the first half. Like I said, Stuck headed the ball in the 19th on the corner kick. They were okay in the first half. They weren't controlling the ball. Arsenal was controlling the ball, but they would make occasional runs into the Arsenal attacking zone and could create some problems. Not a whole lot. Certainly not enough for this defense to deal with. And if we look at the statistics of the game, Arsenal 68.2% possession, Leeds 31.8%. Arsenal had 5 shots on goal, and they scored 5. 1 shot on goal for Leeds, 18 shot attempts for Arsenal, 3 for Leeds, 8 fouls for Arsenal, 11 for Leeds, 2 yellow cards for Leeds, none for Arsenal, no red cards, 2 corner kicks apiece. and one save, which was made by David Raya, the Leeds goalkeeper, didn't make a save at all. But in the start of the second half, that's when we finally saw Victor Gyökeres show his quality. He got the ball. I don't know, it was Zubimende who made the pass. Maybe it's Calafiori. Whoever it was made the pass. He took on Leeds defender in the box and put it into the lower corner. Made it 3-0. And again, like I said, Saka's goal pretty much ended the game as a contest. But when Gyökeres scored the goal, that really ended it as a contest. That's when Jurrien Timber got his second, like the 58th, 59th minute. Let's see, he got it in the 56th minute, sorry. Off a corner kick, Declan Rice. Calafiori hit the ball, and Timber got his last foot on it, into the net, made it 4-0. And from there, Arsenal pretty much took their foot off the gas. Now, the only thing that was really exciting from an Arsenal standpoint is Max Dowman came into the game. Now, Max Dowman played against Milan, played against Newcastle, played against Tottenham, played against Villarreal. I don't know. I think he played against Bilbao as well. But this was his first ever performance in a Premier League game, and he did reasonably well. I mean, it was clearly it was not the same as it was in the preseason when you're just trying to get in shape and trying to get into. But he did reasonably well. Had some opportunities. Had a couple shots. Took on the fullback for Leeds. Took on Gudmundsson, who got a yellow card after a foul on him. I think he complained too much. But realistically, he did reasonably well. Okay, I don't think he's going to play at Anfield next week. But really, the other big thing about this game was before the ball was kicked in anger, before the kickoff came in, Eberechi Eze was announced as an Arsenal player. He came out wearing the 10 uniform, the 10 jersey, and the question is he going to play against Liverpool next week? My guess is yes, he will. But there you have it. Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Jurrien Timber and Calafiori have 3 goals for Arsenal, and those are the fullbacks. They have 3 goals for Arsenal, and the front line has 3. So you got the back line and the front line have 3 goals each for Arsenal. Go figure that out. But again, another player I want to give a shout out to is Zubimende is going to be a workhorse for this Arsenal team. And he is absolutely. I mean, this was he was decent against Manchester United. He was superlative against Leeds. Did an absolutely outstanding job. But Zubimende is an absolute stud, and right now. He's probably the best. One of the best signings we've ever had at Arsenal. But again, fantastic performance by Zubimende. Declan Rice, again, fantastic. Really, Arsenal, also the defense of Saliba and Gabriel were fantastic. You had Calafiori and Timber. Both of them came out, and I want to give a shout to Mascara, who also came in and played an outstanding job on the right-hand side, did an outstanding job. But really, Arsenal just dominant over Leeds United. Complete shutdown of Leeds. Fantastic win. But, Leeds, they're going to get their wins against the lower teams, okay? Not against teams like Arsenal or Liverpool or Chelsea or Man City for that matter. But anyway, Arsenal 5, Leeds United 0. Fantastic game. 2 for Gyökeres, 2 for Timber, 1 goal for Saka, and again, fantastic win for Arsenal. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.